Yes, good morning to you guys. Today is the 28th of July, Wednesday, and all eyes is on the US Federal Reserve. Today, there's a lot of information to share with you, so stay tuned. But before that, the market has just opened. We're going to go right now to the market. Okay, let's go. Let's go to the market right now. Okay, we can see that the China A50 has gap up this morning. I told you guys the figure was 14966 and it was triggered yesterday. But Fibonacci itself after 61.8, there's no next level to go. That's why we do suspect that there will be an intermittent bounce, which actually really is happening right now. Okay, this was actually happening right now. And of course, let me just take a look. Okay, and this is what happened in this China A50 and Hong Kong. You can see right now for Hong Kong, it also have gap up this morning. This morning has also gap up. All right, primary was because of the tech shares, and of course there's some buying. All right, obviously I told you once the market sell too much or when everybody's on one side, the up. So this is what is happening right now. That's why yesterday when people who are shorting the market, I did mention to them that you should buy back your position. That is how we trade in the market. It's very important that you do not go extended. When everybody's on one side of the market, it's always good to do the other side. So example, when everybody says sell in a China A50, it's time to buy back, example. So vice versa. If the market basically tell you the NASDAQ, yesterday the earnings was fantastic and everybody buying the NASDAQ, then you know that the market will not be going up. And in fact, when it goes below the opening price, that is the reason why yesterday NASDAQ fell off. So this is always a very simple way to trade in a market. You just have to wait for everybody supposed to go up but come down, then the opposite will be true. You just have to sell the market. So that's exactly what you can do in the when it comes to trading. Okay, so that is the market right now for time being. Okay, let me just go back to my screen. Okay, all right. So today, all eyes on the U.S. Federal Reserve because tonight we have the U.S. Federal Reserve going to have they're going to announce their meetings outcome, and obviously there's some direction that I feel that will happen. All right, but before that itself, right? Remember this quote, okay? Who killed King Kong, right? Now, in that movie, if you watch, right, you know that who killed King Kong? It was Beauty, apparently the quote of the movie. But of course, for us itself, right, this is the King Kong, the market is not going to be killed by the planes or by Beauty. It's actually chasing charts. And this is why I purposely bring up this cartoon, okay? So apparently people have been chasing after and then they get hit. Then when they get hit itself, they had to blame in on luck factor trading and, you know, the system and stuff like that. To me, it's end of the day, if you want to do anything, you need to do your risk management. So seriously, the only one can kill you as a trader is all yourself. Okay, so it's all the chasing that causes the problem. All right, that's why I bring you in, because when the Hong Kong market was coming down back then 2-3 days ago, people have been chasing it down, and I keep on saying no. And I think that majority of the traders, they actually cut their losses when the market actually, you know, went all the way down. And then now today market goes up, right? They are already texting me on the side. Can they chase after the buy again? I say, no, you shouldn't do that. The market has gap up already. You do not chase to go in again. You just have to wait for a while, okay? Let the market consolidate. I'm not even half surprised to see the market giving back all the gains later. I'm not even half surprised, okay? So don't chase, please, all right? So disclaimer as usual, as always, please understand this. My job is to translate whatever I see the market. Your job is to view it from your perspective and finally get your own answer. And by doing all this itself, remember this is all my personal opinion. And if you accepted the above, you have identified me. All right. So that is very, very important. Let's continue. All right. Now, I always start the day with quote of the day for us so that we can be successful trader. And today I bring in Benjamin Franklin. All right. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Okay, this is very, very important, and that's the reason why we are informing you to join the PGP. I don't tell you this because that's not the way it works here. But the thing is that I can tell you seriously, we are going to go into a very big movement in gold. very big movement in the US equity market. I think that this is something you can feel it yourself, and you know that it's going to come, and this is not going to be fun. It's going to be very, very scary. It can be very detrimental, in fact. So that's the reason why you need to be with the right group of people, because if not, you will likely be hurt. And of course, when you get hurt, the losses that you will incur, it's going to be more than $3,000. I'm not kidding you. I'm not threatening you, or I'm not going to scare you out of it, but I'm just telling you this is going to be very scary. The next 3 months will be very, very scary. I'll talk about this more later on in the alternate market views, okay? Now, though this inspirational quote is one of the smartest, the more you know what you're trading, the more likely you are able to make an informed trade and give better results. This is something you must understand, okay? All right. So let's study the charts right now. Since the disclaimer is done, I can bring you back to the charts. Let's take a look at the charts right now. Okay, you can see that now we get the Hang Seng this morning has already opened, and once it opened at 25,343, and it shot up all the way to 25,572, but now it's trading back down at 25,433. So this is what's happening. So let me just rewire for you everything right now. Okay, there's a lot of lines here. I need to delete away. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is the entire Hong Kong chart right now. Okay, I have cleaned up for you. So I'm going to put for you the key point. Number one key point is that MLP for today. Okay, the MLP for today, let's put it in. The MLP for today, the opening price to the closing price divided by 2, that is MLP. Oh my God, look at it. Look at it. Oh my goodness. Let me just be very accurate on this right now. I think it should be here. Okay, let's just do the mathematics here. All right. The opening price is 26,095. And the closing was 24,000. Oh my God, big handle. Okay, 24,992 divided by 2, you get 25,543. Oh my goodness, look at it. This is how powerful is our MLP. Based on the calculation we have right now, the MLP for today is 25,543, which the Hang Seng touched and come down. Look at the 5-minute chart. Look at it. Look at it. Look at the way it touches the MLP and then pull back down. You see, that is why you need to learn stuff. That's the reason why you need techniques. That's the reason why you need to know more, so that you know what to do, where to take profit, and where to have the resistance point. Okay, so that is MLP for today for the Hang Seng. This is the moving average MA30. Obviously, it's very, very far away, so we don't need to really bother. It's bearish at the moment. Down, the next thing is this, where is the support? Now, of course, the thing is this, guys, look at the RSI right now. The RSI is really at a very low level, okay? This is one of the lowest, if not the lowest, over the many months. So we do expect a technical rebound, which we are seeing right now. But the problem is this is a gap up technical rebound. Normally, gap up technical rebound is not that strong because it's gap up. So which means that there's our air prices. The better one is when the market goes down all the way, then from the bottom goes up. This is very strong. That means that a lot of buying is involved. So this is considered a air gap up. So there is a small possibility that the market may pull back first before going up. So this is possible. So that's why I ask you don't chase. Okay, so that is the difference here. Okay, all right, and okay, so that is the first thing to watch out for. Okay, watch out for. The other thing is this, as you can see right here, right now, where is the next support right now? Because the market has given the profit already. So the next profit level, because this is a chocolate bar, and the Hang Seng has already given the profit. So there isn't there any more level. So if Hang Seng is really want to go down deeper, the crazy level that it can go is crazy, but it's possible. It'll be somewhere here. And that's about 24,250 range. Okay, this is really crazy. I don't think you hit this period of time unless something very drastic happened in the US equity market. So I believe that the market is going to be sideways around here, right? Unless the US equity market really fall, then we can see this, okay? If not, we should be able to see some general support for time being, okay? So that is my view for today on the Hang Seng. Okay, using the conventional chart. All right, China A50, as I told you guys, the 61.8 is over here right now. and the market is trying its best to stay above it. So of course, it's the same mathematics. If the market comes down, you go down to 61.8. If it's support, which is here, which is 61.8, is a very strong technical support, then it should go back up again. And this level will be 16,040. Okay, so the level to watch out for today for the China A50 is this number, 14,966 level. Okay, so this is the difference between this is the main point right now. So I kind of suspect that the market is going to find some support temporarily, because you can see that the US equity market is pretty strong at the current moment. Okay, all right, so that is what's happening right now for the China market. Let's look with our own indicator, okay, which is the Hang Seng. Let's take a look. Now I'm doing Hang Seng because Hang Seng is today the Hang Seng is trading now. It's more active. Now Hang Seng this morning, the opening price is here, and that's above pivot 1. So which means that this morning, even though the KSI happened to be red, you notice that the red KSI, but the red KSI is lower than the day before. Can you see that? It's lower, right? So that's why the selling is still going to be there, but it's not as heavy as the day before. So that's why yesterday we saw a very heavy selling, because the KSI accelerated higher, right? So for today, there'll still be selling. So do take note, when you go to KTR +1 to +3, there will be profit taking. Okay, this one you must understand, it will happen. All right, but once you hit those points itself, right, there will be profit taking. But do understand, because the opening price today is above pivot 1, so which means that as long market stay above OP, above pivot 1, it's really no good to sell, because based on rule, above OP, above pivot 1 is a buy. So with that, right, I will say this: if you are buying, go for KTR +1 to +3, take profit. To short, right, I don't really encourage you. I repeat, to short, right, I don't really encourage you to do that. Okay, this is my view right now. So let's take a look at the 5-minute chart and see how it presents itself today. So you can see that very nicely, the Hang Seng opened up. The moment it opened up, right, because it's above OP, above pivot 1, straight away the Hang Seng shot up. Okay, straight away it shot up, and it almost triggered KTR +3, but now it pulled back down, right? But it's still above the opening mark. So I will say that traders, don't do anything. All right, don't do anything. Let it subside for a while, cool down a bit, then we see the market. But like I said, today it's above OP. So above OP, the market now is above OP and above pivot 1, so it's bullish. But because the day chart KSI is red, so it's a bit of down, positive and negative. But because of the it's still trading above OP, right? So in general speaking, right, the buying is still there. Okay, the buying momentum is still there. So traders, do remember that, do not chase. Okay, just wait for a while, let the market subside. We haven't seen the worst of it yet, so just wait for a while. Okay, so that is my view for Hang Seng today. So today is a bit sideways, and don't forget today is FOMC minute, so the market is expected to be a bit sideways based on what happened in the past. Okay, all right, so we are all clear, good to go. Let's move on. Okay, let's just now look at the US market right now. Okay, so over the US market, okay, let's take a look. Now on the US market front, we can see that we have the all-time high level for the all-time high level for the Dow Jones, which happened to be the BNB, and we have a pullback yesterday, but the pullback was recovered towards the end. And of course, this morning now the Dow futures is trading higher, so which means that the market, right, is still pretty bullish. Okay, we put the MLP for today is somewhere around here, and the market now across MLP, so which means that the buying momentum is still there. So of course, if the market bridges the BNB SRL level, we're going to go higher, right? So that's why for traders who are shorting the US equity market, you have to be very careful, because the buying momentum is still there. You can see it's clearly still there. Okay, all right. And today the MA30 and the BNB is very near one another, very, very near. So which means that this is going to be a very interesting pivot point to watch out for, and that's about 34,750 range, okay, around there. So which means that as long as the the market stays above this point, 34,750, which is like still quite far away, the Dow is still going to maintain upside. Okay, you heard me? The Dow is going to still maintain upside. But if the Dow do come down, do expect some support, because this is what happened in general the past few times. But if the market broke the support, then there's some serious selling. So if you're going to ask me, right, I still feel that the market will likely be pushing higher than lower. Okay, I repeat myself once again, based on what I'm seeing on the chart right now, likely the Dow will going to push higher instead, all right, unless the market bridges some key point like the MLP and some technical level like this, 34,750. Okay, all right, so that is the Dow Jones and stuff like that. Now this is the Dow weekly chart which I've been showing to you, and I told you that it's still holding on to the trend. Okay, still holding on to my this short-term trend. So this tells me that the Dow is still pretty strong at the moment. There's no reason for you to, get worried. Wait a minute, let's double check the high. This high is 0909. Oh, okay. Sorry, there's a new BNB. So let's put it in. I mistake. This is a new, should be a new BNB. Actually, I know that. New all-time high. Okay, so this is a new BNB right now for the weekly chart. So that means that, wow, the market can go even higher. It may go even to 36,000 if the market continue to do the BNB upside. So that means that there is a possibility for the market to go to 36,000 based on the weekly chart. Okay, but of course, this is only if it happens. Okay. All right, so we have that. Let's look at the market right now. Hang Seng is still trying its best to stay above OP. You can see at the moment, China A50 is up already. It's trading way above the 61.8 level. So it should be okay for time being, unless something drastic happened, because as you know, that there's a lot of people who are caught yesterday and maybe they will want to take profit. It's all possible. All right, let's bring the Dow in today. Okay, here we go. Now, today, very, 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 very important. Today, Dow Jones got no pivot. No pivot. Okay. Now, no pivot means what? No pivot means that today, the opening price will be the key pivot. The opening price will be the key pivot. If the market stays above OP, the market will be up. If the market stays below OP, the market will be down. So obviously, no brainer, right? This morning at 34,963, the market opens. Straight away, based on the rule of no pivot, you just have to buy. That's why this morning itself, right, straight away people have been buying. Yes, people have been buying. Those who are my TWB student who really know what to do, they'll be buying. They know that because this is a simple thing. All right, it's nothing to do with Google, Microsoft, whatever. It's based on rules. So once the market opens, they just have to buy. And look at it this morning. So this morning already, what happened? You take a look here. This is the BNB. Can you see that? This is a BNB, and this is a CCR. This is a BNB, and this is a CCRY. You just have to go in to buy. Straight away, you're given 1 KTR plus 1 profit. Straight away, you're given profit just like that. For 2 hours of trading, you're already given profit. This is why I say once you know what to do on these type of days, you just have to follow the flow. You don't need to really be bothered by so many things. You just have to follow. So that is all written in the textbook, right? The TWB e-learning portal, which I've been mentioning about. When the market is no pivot day, usually the best trading day, and that's why Arun has spotted it, and he has been sharing with people like with you guys. But still, got people ask me, "Can we short today the Dow Jones?" I say that no, you look at the market, you can't short the Dow Jones today, at least for today. You got my point? Everybody clear, right? So remember, Dow got no pivot for today, so the opening price is going to be very, very critical. As long as the market stays above OP, the market will be up. And of course, the KSI is green yesterday, so that confirms that the upside to go to KTR plus 1 is going to be very quite normal. So it's really, really happening, guys. So this is why I keep on saying this. You need to have the right tool to trade in the market. Okay, very, very important. Okay, so that is the Dow for you. Just give a short moment, some messages coming in. Just give me a moment. I need to send this message out. Okay, done. Okay, so that is the Dow. Let's look at the NASDAQ right now. Now, NASDAQ yesterday, look at it. Beautiful, right? Yesterday, I told you when the NASDAQ lost the MLP, it's time to sell the NASDAQ. Remember that? I said that yesterday very, very clearly. Once the market loses NASDAQ, you need to look for sell. And what was even crazier, I told you the NASDAQ, there is a support at this MA30. Oh my goodness. Now, this is the number that I left yesterday to you. I said that if the NASDAQ come down, it will go down to 14,798. Now, of course, did I expect to come down in one single day? No, definitely not. Because the market went up 4 days, then it came down in one single day. Now, I'm going to give a big warning here. Please listen, okay? Now, it is very clear now the market is taking the MA very, very seriously, right? So today's MA will be here, slightly higher. Now, you know that the thing is this. The moving average actually moves as the day goes by, all right? So as the days goes, the moving average will move. So that's why if you want to have a very technical moving average, you need to actually put a number in the morning and leave it down there. Because if not, you can keep on, if the market move together, right, it becomes a little bit pointless. Now, some people say that this is good because you are actually tracking the market. Well, to me is that, right, it's both, there's two different ways of looking at it. To me, I prefer a number and I stick to it. So the number that I'm going to stick to it today will be 14,806. Okay, this is the number that I see right now for my moving average. There's the same thing that people ask, Cal, why you use weighted? Why you use weighted? You know, people use simple, exponential, smoothen. Why you use linear weighted? And why use 30? And why you use close? You know, you ask me these questions. I mean, everybody got their way of seeing the market. And the main point is this, as long as it works. So the point, as long as it works, why do you need to bother, or why this, why that? It's just like asking me yourself, right? Why must we put soy sauce to chicken, and why must you put black sauce to pork? Something like that. You don't really need to be bothered by all this thing. You just have to do what the recipe says. And as long as it does show you that it works most of the time, that is bothered. So for today, I cannot deny this. Today, this number, 14,806, will be the number that I will use for today. So as long as the NASDAQ stays above 14,806, I will still be buying the market. But if the market fails to stay above 14,806, then there is a point whereby I have to be very careful. Because the reason why is the market basically took 4 days to go up, and one single day to come down. Now, this is actually not a very healthy sign. In technical analysis, this is actually a very bearish situation. It's not nice. Let me explain this to you with some charts, okay? Let me just bring this out now. Okay, can you see this point? Can you see this one? Yeah. Okay, so this is one of the classic way to explain when you see a market. Let's look at it. The market took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days, right? 6 days to go up over here. Then it took only 1 day to flush down. The market did rebound, but once it loses the MA30, can you see that? The market crashed off. Can you see that? That is the reason why I want to explain to you my word, because market don't sell for a reason. Market don't sell for a reason. Market sell because they know something. And it's always a coordinated movement. It's a coordinated movement. So yesterday, when you can see, I think it was Nicholas, right, asked me, how come the earning result is out? How come the NASDAQ is coming down? Because I told you this, the market have been buying. The NASDAQ didn't wait for that day. Market don't wait for a result, then they go and buy. They don't do that. Big boys always buy ahead of the result. So when they buy ahead of result, right, and every time the market pulls back, they pump it up. They pulls back, they pump it up, because that is what they do. They know the result will be good. So in general speaking, they just have to keep on doing the right thing by buying. Okay, so only when everybody saw the result and they think that, oh, the result is good, let's go in and buy right now. That is where the problem arises. You understand? That is where all the problem arises, because that is a point whereby traders will think that, okay, this is time to buy. And when the traders think it's time to buy, that is where the boys will dump on you. Can you see that? The boys will dump on you because they have been buying all the way since here. Got it? So if you got it right, please key number 1 right now. If you got one, just say, please key number 1 right now before I go to the second part of this, okay? Okay, thank you. All right, so now that is where the concern comes in, okay? Thank you for responding. So now we go back to here again, the one that I just said, okay? The market has to stay above the MA30, okay? So everybody now, do me a little favor, you look at this big block, this very big black hawk down, right? Look at it. Now this is not a technique, it's just a sharing. Look at it, this is a big black hawk down, right? So if the market really is, this is really out to sell, then usually it will come down at least something like this. Can you see that? Yes. So it's something like the 1x1, but it's just only taking the body involvement. So you can see that, okay, that's one. You look at it even more constructively, look at this 2 point here. You take this 2 point here. Do you see that this is like 1 unit, 2 units, 3 units, 4 units, right? 4 units are here. Do you notice that if I were to now extrapolate downwards, okay, take a look, everybody. See, 1 unit, 2 unit, 3 unit, 4 unit. That means that the market actually bottomed out after it sold down the same period. Crazy, right? And then that was where it bottomed out and go back up again. Crazy stuff, right? That is why you guys are here on MAO every morning, because you want to hear something like this, isn't it? So think about this now, everybody. Let's take a look right now on the market. Let me just, so many messages all flooding in. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. So imagine right now, everybody, this is what you're seeing right now. Okay. So this is the NASDAQ, right? So the NASDAQ, in terms of the low to the high, is about 365 points. So mathematically, if the market do go down by 365 points, we'll be somewhere near here, which is about 14,413. So which means that if the NASDAQ, if the NASDAQ do pull back, bridges below 14,806, there is a possibility for the NASDAQ to drop all the way down to 14,390 mark, which is the 5% from the high, all-time high. And this is going to be pretty damaging, right? Think about this. Imagine that if the market is to fall in that magnitude, okay? So is this possible? Well, it is actually very, very, very possible. Now, why do I say it is very possible? Because the thing is this, the NASDAQ went up recently, all because they were buying in anticipation of the data that's coming out, the earnings, right? And the earnings has already came out. So if the earnings have already came out, then there is no reason for the market to hold further. So that is whereby there will be some profit taking. And let's say if there is a good chance that Federal Reserve is going to, consider to do some tapering, example, then obviously the market will sell, because if once the tapering come in, right, one sector that will definitely be really get hit will be the technology side, because they are using a lot of leverage of the banking sector. So that's why my suspect is this, my personal suspect, I say, is that the market may actually be selling soon if the market breaches the MA30 at 14,806 mark. Can all understand what I'm trying to say? All clear? If all clear, please key NASDAQ. Please key the word NASDAQ into that. So I will know that you guys are paying attention to what I'm sharing right now, because this is going to be very powerful. And of course, if you can try to capture this, this is going to be very, very worth it. I tell you that. This trade will be very, very worth it. Okay, look out for that. 14,806. There will be intermittent bounces. I trust me on this. There'll be bounces. I'm not saying that it will be going down in one single day. It may take a few days before this whole thing transcends, but the problem is that it could actually really, really happen. Okay, got an idea now? Okay, cool. All right, so that is my view on the NASDAQ on the conventional side. So traders, you can just consider watching that based on my view, okay? All right, now let's look at Hong Kong again. I can see that some profit taking on Hong Kong. Indeed, wow, Hong Kong has hit the MLP and now has came back down. It came back down, okay? Can you see that? Okay, so that is the why I tell you there will be profit taking today, and it really, really happened. China A50, let's take a look. It's still there. China A50 is still there. So it's actually on its own. I mean, that Hang Seng took profit on its own. Okay, so that is what's happening right now. Okay, thank you guys, Anthony, Fred, Cheng Kui, Janet, Angeline, to actually help me to confirm the NASDAQ thingy. Okay, so that is the, okay, so, okay, there's some profit taking now on the Dow Jones. Seemingly there's some profit taking on the Dow Jones. So, but it's still too early to call. So let's look at the NASDAQ. Okay, wow, interesting. Now, NASDAQ this morning apparently is interesting. The opening price of NASDAQ is actually above pivot 1. So by right, above OP, above pivot 1 is a buy, right? But the problem is that the, oh, sorry, this is the wrong chart. Sorry, the chart. Okay, let me say that again. The opening price of today is above pivot 1, okay? And based on that, it is a buy. The only problem is that the KSI is red in color. So which means that if the market basically stays above OP, KTR +1 to +3 can take profit, okay, if you're buying, right? You do not chase because the market is a KSI rate. But if the market breaches below OP, which happen to be very near to the pivot 1, then the selling will kick in. The selling will kick in. So traders, you need to be very, very careful on this, okay? The chart speaks for itself already. So if for today, right, the M50, you can see that this morning, very easily, the market shoot up to KTR +1 very easily. So that's why when I see above OP, above pivot 1, I tell you guys, it's really, really taking candy from the baby. You just have to trust the chart and just do what you do. And that's why early morning, there's some money to be made already, just because of OP and pivot 1. I said before, right, when the market is above OP and above pivot 1, right, you do not need to wait for the GTH hours. You do not need to wait. You can just go with the flow. But if you want to be a bit more protective, you want to be a bit more risk adverse, then you wait for GTH. But usually by the time GTH comes in, right, the market could have moved away, because as I said, above OP, above pivot 1, usually is a very strong trigger. All right, so vice versa, below OP, below pivot 2 is a strong trigger. Okay, this is something that you must remember. All right, now this is S&P 500. Now this is S&P 500. Now S&P 500 today, the MLP is somewhere near here. Oh, okay, again, it got triggered this morning, and now it's still staying above OP, so it's still relatively strong. But if the market goes below OP, then we will see a problem. Now this is the MA30. This is MA30. So for the S&P at the moment now is still pretty strong. The MA30 is 43.53. So there's no reason for you to panic at this moment unless it pulls back. Now the only thing is this. Okay, this is where another technical analysis. Look at this is the recent high, the blue one. Okay, then it went up, right? Okay, then after that you notice something here. That we take the previous cycle high, we leave it down there. This is the previous cycle high, okay? The market did a double top here, right? And this double top created a BMB. So that means that the boys were involved. Then after that, what happened? The market really fell down, okay? It fell. But when it fell, okay, it started to stabilize, U-turn, strong buying, came back up again. And when it go back up all the way, it crossed MA30, okay? And then it went all the way up to this point, the same point where it came off, right? And when this actually happened, it goes higher, okay? So that means that this is the neckline, okay? The neckline in technical analysis, okay? The neckline. Now, neckline is critical as a form of resistance and support. So we see that actually yesterday, the market went down and closed below the neckline, okay, and closed below the neckline. And then after that, today, the market recovers and stays above the neckline. So which means that now we have a very important neckline to watch out for. And I'm going to give this number to you. This number is 43.93. 43.93. So which means that if the market fail to stay above 43.93 today for the S&P 500, that could be the trigger point. Okay, it could be a trigger point because now you can see that it's resisted at MLP point and it's also now having a neckline down here. So the market must stay above 43.93, which this morning it did. So as long as S&P stays above 43.93, we are safe. But if the S&P loses 43.93, then I'm so sorry, there will be selling. It will come down to 43.53. So traders, are we clear with that? This is going to be very, very critical for today. All right. Okay, so we have some very key points today that we have covered on. I hope you guys can take advantage of what I shared today and do all your best because this is time to make some money. All right, so for the day chart today, you can see now the S&P 500. Now, I'm not very comfortable, I told you before, because the KSI all the way has been red in color. And the market have been going up, right? And that's why yesterday when the S&P loses this point here, there was some selling. So for those who are in PTP train, you will know that there will be this technical level that we're watching today, and it's 43.82. Okay, this is not the conventional way. This is one thing to watch out for. So I'm going to say this up front. Okay, if you've forgotten about it, never mind. I'm telling you this. 43.82 is a very important level for us using the PTP syllabus. So if the market, with the KSI rate, if the market loses 43.83, there will be some selling all the way down to 43.61, which is the pivot 2. Now the numbers here and the numbers over here earlier, the conventional side is different, right? Because we are using one side is conventional, one side is using TWB system. Okay, so as long as the market stays above OP, because the KSI is red, so take profit at KTR +1 to +3. But if the market loses OP, the level must stay above is 43.82. 43.82 is very critical. And you can see this morning, once again, this morning straight away when the market goes above OP, straight away it went to KTR +1 very fast. This is very fast. So this is the why you should always take profit, when you see KTR around, especially if the rules tells you that today above OP can buy, but KSI is red, so you must take profit at KTR +1. Okay, so that is how you put everything together to trade the market using what you know, which is TWB system. Okay, so I finished all the above. So Hang Seng also shared with you already what to look out for. China A50. Now, of course, China A50, if you're going to ask me, Cal, if the market breaks 61.8, where would it be going next? Well, you have to trace it slowly. Okay, let's put it slowly now. Now, the current price is 15,020, right? So it moves slowly to the left side of the chart. Okay, slowly you move. Okay, where we are now, you notice that that is all the Y is staying down there because this is, this is Y is here. Look at it. This is the current price right now. You can see it's moving. Look at it. These are the necklines. Look at it. Beautiful. This is all the necklines. The reason why the China A50 now is staying at 15,010.20 because this is a neckline. This is a very powerful neckline. This is the neckline before. You can see that this is the neckline before it actually give explosive movement here. So now, if that's the case, if the market loses here, then this three white candle will be very delicious already. So if you would ask me, if the market really want to sell, then the first level it will go down will be somewhere here. The second level will be somewhere here. The third level will be somewhere here. So these are the 3 points that the market will be going down. If the China A50 really go drastic down, then the downside can be as much as this level that I just written for you. I write down for you 14,638. Next number, 14,255. And the last number, 13,872. The question is, do you think that the market go there? Well, I'll be honest with you, maybe forcefully, maybe this, maybe, I say maybe forcefully. These two number, I don't think so, unless again, something very, very drastic happened in the US equity market. So in fact, to me, it's right at this point now, at this 14,966, a good level to buy back some position for you short. If you're going to short new position, right, I kind of thinking that maybe wait for a while. I still believe that just take a while, or you go and trade other market that is much higher. Because there are times whereby market can be, market can go up. For example, US market was up the last few days, while the China A50 Hang Seng dropped, right? So it does not necessarily means that the US market dropped, then the China A50 had to go down. Maybe it may go up instead. So that is why I'm saying that do not jump in right now. Wait for a while. Do something else, okay? So this is my personal view on China A50, okay? All right, okay? So let's just look at the, Okay, let's look at the Hong Kong today. So Hong Kong today, as I said to you, is above OP. OP is above OP. Market's above the pivot 1. So as long as Hong Kong stay above OP, it should generally goes up. But because the KSI is red, that will be profit taking, and we already saw the power of the KSI. Look at it. Oh my goodness! Look at it. How incredible it is again. Look at it. We are in Singapore right now, and yet we know that there's a KTR plus 2 exists. And look at it, the way it stopped there, as if that the boys know this number. You can see that although the high is here for today, but the way when it rebounded with the BNB, that's how it pulls back down. And this is why I say we are probably not the only one in the world know that KTR exists. And that's why you need to have this system, okay? So of course, if the market do pull back later on, if there's any rational pullback, the pullback can go all the way down to KTR minus 2, and that is at 25,180. Now, of course, yesterday's closing is here. There's still a bit of gap here right now. So I don't think, it'll take a lot of more power to bring it down. So for traders, unless there's a good reason you want to do that, but if not, just wait for a while then. Okay, there's some color change right now. It seems that trigger OP. So this could be the one. This could bring it down. Okay, if this is the one, if this is a CCYR, and if it does do that and trigger KTR minus 1, there is a possibility for it to come down to 25,180. Okay, so we'll come back to this later on and see whether does this really happen. Okay, for traders, you can consider to look at it right now because the KSI is still red in color, but don't forget the market's above pivot 1 today. So it's a bit of like, both sided is in the uncharted territory. So traders, you have to be very careful. Don't just short blindly. You must know your downside risk, okay? Because I don't want you guys to just because you want to make money from the market, you forget the most important thing, and then that's risk management really, okay? Oh, it's coming down so fast, okay? Very, very fast movement here. Okay, we just wait for a few more moments. We may actually even see that happening right here, right now, live. Okay, it's still trying to fidget it around there. Dow Jones is down a little bit. NASDAQ is off a bit, 946 right now. China A50 is 15. Oh, no wonder it's at 15,000. That's why a very good chance they will go down to this point. And yes, it's done. Okay. Whew. Okay, so it's happening live right now. Oh my God. So you can see that, wow, this is really very exciting. Do you find this exciting, guys? If you find this exciting, please keep the word exciting, all right? Let me see you guys, all right? If you think that this is really exciting, then of course, can you short? Of course you can't because you haven't CCYR yet, but that's what's happening. So if the market really closed below KTR minus 2, and if the Chinese market is still going to fall, then of course the next level, it will be going down, will be 25,099. But what you can see that the market is really holding, right? You can see it's really holding here as if that it is like they know this KTR minus 2 actually exists. This is really, really accelerating. It's really wow. Okay, guys, 25,099 is the next figure. Yeah, Hang Seng is exciting, but of course, if you're making money, exciting. Like if you lose money, then it's not exciting anymore already. So guys, congratulations for those who actually trade together with me. All right, so this is how we do it. Again, we can do it. Okay, cool, right? Okay, so I'm gonna move on. Oh, it's coming down, but I'm gonna stay on. We're not gonna end this. Okay, all right. So Hang Seng is done. Let's look at DAX. Now, yesterday DAX, I gave a number, and the number was very, very clear. That I said that for DAX, if the DAX do come down to break below 15,572, I say that once it break the 15,572, DAX will fall, and DAX really did that down by 150 points when it happened. Okay, so that is why you can see that why you need to have MA30. Okay, so now today we have a problem because the closing price happened to be below the MA30, and incredibly, despite the whole movement, the MA30 is about the same figure. So today is the same figure, 15,572 will be the level to watch out for. As long as the market stays above 15,572, the market will go up. Okay, will go up. But if you stay below, then selling will resume once again. Okay, so watch out for 15,572. Okay, very, very, very important. Okay, wow, I saw Hang Seng coming down again. Oh my goodness, this is incredible. Oh my God, Hang Seng given you the profit already. Oh my God, congratulations, guys. Oh my goodness, incredible, incredible. This is the accelerating. Wow, coming down, bridge pivot one. Oh my goodness. So all the profits for the day from yesterday is all given back. Oh, this is crazy. Okay, this is incredible. Okay, no wonder my message so many pop up. Okay, congratulations. I mean, whatever it is, guys, I'm always happy for your profit. End of the day, if your benefit is to your advantage, my job is just to show you how to do it live. Okay, and I think that I did a fairly good job, right? So you think that I did a good job, please, give me a good job. Good job done, Cal thingy. That's right in your own words, all right? Congratulations for people, all right? I told you this. Remember, trust the KSI, trust the opening price. So when the market is supposed to buy but fail, you know that what will happen already. So all these things are really part of technical analysis. You can really make money out of this. You just have to stick with a clear mind on what to do. Okay, remember, we can lose money in trading, but you must know how to make back that money. I think that is very, very important. Okay, thank you very much for your comments, and that will be very good for me. Yeah, okay, you will. Thank you so much for the great comment. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, all right, so that is the Hang Seng for you. Let's look at the Nikkei. Yeah, I almost cannot breathe. Okay, so the Nikkei. Now, Nikkei also not very nice. Now, Nikkei this morning gap up. This morning goes up, but it failed to cross MLP. It did touch MLP, but it pulled back. Now, mid-level price is what MLP means. And if the market hit MLP and failed to go higher, it's seller. And of course, if the market is below MA30, it's a seller. So that's why overall it's a sell. That's why you must know how to use MLP. And in the PTP, I'll share with you how to use the MLP the right way. I'll show you that you will love this sharing. That's why I keep on reminding you guys, please guys, go for PTP. I'm not kidding you. It really, I mean, of course, we make the money off you, but the point is I'm going to tell you that you're going to make more money because once you learn the technique on how to combine certain stuff, combine it together with the MLP, you're going to love it because you can really trade on your own. You don't need me to be around with you. Okay, so that's why don't give up, don't make a mistake like this. Okay. Oh, okay, now we have a problem here, Houston. Okay, now what will happen? Okay, the OP of today for Nikkei is here, right? So based on the chart, above OP, above pivot 1 can buy, and that's why Nikkei went up. But the problem is the KSI is red. So when KSI is red means when the market go to KTR plus 1 to KTR plus 3, there will be profit taking. There will be profit taking. This is something that it's like a lot of like prophecy. We are able to tell you what to see. And look at it. Oh my goodness. Look at how amazing is this. The market opens here. All right, you can see that. The market went up, so breach above pivot 1 is a buy, right? Above OP, above pivot 1 is a buy. And look at it, it went all the way up to KTR plus 3, and look at it where it stopped. Oh my goodness, it really stopped at KTR plus 3. And every market KTR is actually a very different different mathematics involved. I really created this to help traders. So that's why you can see now the Nikkei just couldn't go up anymore and pulls back. Look at it. Now think about this. If you are trading in the Nikkei, that at this point itself, the Nikkei is at 27,780. And now Nikkei is trading at 27,560. So which means that in the span of 1 hour, the Nikkei has dropped by almost 200 points. And that is how you predicted it. You just know what to do. You know that there will be resistance. And after that, the market really fell. Oh my God. Think about this. We're in Singapore right now, and we can actually forecast something for the Japan market. Isn't this really incredible? Oh my God. There's so much room this business can go. We just have to capitalize on it. Okay. So that is the Nikkei. Cool, right? Pretty stuff. Okay. So we have covered all the market. Okay. We already covered all the thing itself. Okay, congratulations to those who made money. Congratulations to you. There's Angeline, Fred, Eileen, Allison, you know, David. This is life. This is really life. No one can fake this. You see, I mean, I'm not too sure how many Singapore trainers do live trading every morning like this. I'm not too sure. Okay, if you have, if your trainers do that for you, good. Then stick to that trainer. Okay, because that is a good thing. But if your trainer doesn't do that, that means that, you know, you're missing out the big picture here. So, you know, tell your friends to join us, okay? Okay, so that is the, okay, so now let's look at the commodities market. Sorry, suddenly brain freeze for a while. Okay, so now we have the gold. Oh my God, gold is really a killer, honestly, recently. Okay, now recently we didn't perform well. I'll be honest with you, recently we did not perform well in gold because gold is not moving. It's like, look at the length, the tail of every candle is longer than the entire body. And when you see a tail longer than body, that means that there's a lot of choppiness, it's not trending, it's pretty sideways. That is why you have long tails. So what is happening right now, you can see that, okay, I'm gonna bring the chart again. I'm gonna bring it out to show you clearly, okay? Can you see that this is the consolidation of the gold for the longest of time? Look at it. Okay, so how many days is that? Let's count, okay? From this point here, okay, so this is day 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? These 3 days went up, so does it count? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 to 11, 10 to 11, okay, 10 to 11. But if you look at it in terms of consolidation, if you put consolidation into the picture, so this is like the consolidating highs and this is consolidated lows, that this is whereby the whole area is contained by all these bars. So which means that, okay, if the market is gonna ding dong over here, can you see that? The market will take some time, ding dong over here. So the market is going to move which one way or another to pretty decent upside or downside. If let's say it have break away from this so-called consolidated area. So for those who would like to draw a triangle, this is a triangle that you may be drawing like this. So we are actually days away from a potential breakout. Okay, we are days away from a potential breakout. So my view is this, okay, my view is this. If you look at the moving average right now, okay, so I'm going to put it for you. The moving average on the top we have now is still the same number, but slowly lower now. It's 1809. The moving average at the bottom is moving up a little bit, and that's 1801. So it's actually the gap between the two numbers getting closer. Okay, yesterday it was 1800 and 1810. So today is 1809 and 1801. So which means that if gold can stay above 1801, gold can go higher back to 1809. Okay, but 1809 you can see is a strong resistance based on the previous indication. So only if you can cross 1809, then it will go to 1829. Okay. So I believe that this will happen. If gold really find a kickstart into this and breach past 1809, then gold can go to 1829. Okay, gold can go 1829. It has to cross above 1809. It has to cross. If it doesn't cross, then it can be resisted again. Okay, this is very important. Okay, now this is the upside. Now if gold do break below OP, bad news. Okay, the gold can come back down again, and this time now the gold can go all the way down to 1787 level. Okay, so these are the 4 numbers that you have to take note for today's gold. I know that these numbers have been given several times, but it's just it keep on consolidating over there. It's quite tiring. I understand that, but there's no choice. Okay, you just have to bear with it. Okay. Now, recently, as I said, we did not do very well on gold. It's been sideways and stuff like that. But you know, in trading, as much as you want to make money from the market, sometimes if the market is not going to cooperate with you, there's really nothing we can do. Correct? So that is the reason why I say to traders, you just have to live with it sometime until the market really find a very clear direction. Okay. All right. So today have a lot more people than yesterday in terms of that. Okay. Today coming in. Okay. All right. Now this is the Hang Seng. You can see that Hang Seng is now 25,000. Okay. But China A50 is worse. I think I saw some selling. Okay, China A50 has literally given back all the gains already. That's not a very good news. Huh? They literally give back all the gains. Okay. Okay, so now we have done the gold. Let's look at our gold chart right now. Okay, so the gold chart is still no CCRY yet and on site. So for buyers for long term, stick for a while. Now KSI incredibly is still staying green, and that's why I love it. Okay, but because the way is supposed to go up, right? Based on our PTP knowledge, we're supposed to have an upside here initially. This should be the one. It did try to break above, but it didn't really manifest it. So we had to wait for a while. Then a new one came in, which is the new lower high formation came in. So I can put another line over here. So that means that I have 1805 as a first level to watch out for. The next level will be 1807. Okay, so these two will be the key resistance for today if the market want to go up. And this is PTP knowledge with KSI, all right? So for people who want to learn this, you must join PTP. Then you can learn this. Now, the blue bars are down, but it's still not hit, they haven't seen the extremity yet. So it's still going to be choppy at the moment. Now there's a very powerful KCB level. You notice that it's 1796 level. This level have been there for a long while, created by this guy. This is the one who created it. So you can see that you have used 3 times here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow, this is a very strong KCB, 1796. It's almost every time it hit 1796, the market actually rebound. Okay, it almost rebound. Yeah, so that is why 1796 is going to be a very critical level for those who are short in the gold. Whenever the gold go down to 1796, you should take a bit of notice there. 1796, if they basically touch there and couldn't go down, this will be a good time to buy back your gold, because we can see that it had been the very strong support for the last few times. But of course, vice versa, it's always like that. If the market do break below 1796, then the next figure it will go will be 1790, which is what happened when we call for a buy right here. Remember that just about 3 days ago. The last number is 1787, sorry, the number that I say that is going to be the very dangerous level for the market that can go down all the way if it wants to go down. Okay, so 1796, 1790, and 1787. Okay, that is based on our TWB system. Okay, this is something that you must differentiate between the TWB system and the conventional. All right, of course, you are a TWB student, we use the TWB system. The conventional is just to put them together side by side to have a better feel so that you know what to do with the market. Okay. Now, if the market stays above OP, above pivot 1, definitely it's a buy. So let's look at today's N15. Okay, so today N15 shows very clearly just now that the KSI is green, right? So CCRY, this is a buy because it comes with a BNB, right? And it touched OP, very nice. So touch OP, BNB, everything buy, you buy here, and straight away the profit is given. Now, of course, you may say, well, Kel, the profit didn't give, but no KTR yet. Remember, I told you, right, how much money you want to make from the market is based on your entry price to your stop loss, right? So the market give almost, okay, the K1 1 times 1, sorry. So if the market went to pivot 1, of course you may say, Cal, if a bit pivot 1, we should even hold longer, right? So if you did take profit, I don't blame you. But to me, is that if you reach $100 just now, right? You already make about $80 here. Would you not take profit? I'm sure you will do. This is a bit of psychological thingy, all right? But if you still haven't taken profit, it's still okay. As long as the gold can stay above pivot 1, it's still going to be a buy, okay? It's still going to be a buy. Clear? All right. Yeah, indeed, there's some recovery now on the Hang Seng. Let's take a look at Hang Seng again. Wow, very exciting time. Hang Seng has just recovered off the lows, I believe it's because China A50 has recovered also, right? Yeah, China A50 has recovered. So that's the reason why the market is really very incredible, very volatile. I already tell you, moving forward, these 2-3 weeks, it will be very, very, very volatile. I've been saying this for the longest of time. I already told you guys, in my personal opinion, it's all right. Coming this August, September, these 2 months is going to be very crazy period. I tell you that you can make a lot of money if you get it correct. And if you may lose a lot of money if you get it wrong, okay? So that's the reason why I say I want you guys to go for the PTP. All right, that is my point here itself, okay? I know that I've been saying this many, many times, but you know, I'm just cannot guarantee you anything here. If I can guarantee you things, right, I'll tell you that just go, you know, won't lose money. I can't do that, so I cannot do that. So I have to just give you very good advice and, you know, slip in some key information for you, okay? All right, so that is the Hang Seng and that is the gold market. Let's look at the silver market right now. Weekly chart is still the same. Like 1820 is a very strong resistance. Now the silver market yesterday plunged. Okay, and I told you guys that for silver, $25 by a little bit, $24 by some, and $23 by more. So yesterday, silver dropped all the way to 24.47. It's still not there yet, so I'm not going to do anything. Just wait for a while. Now, at the moment, silver, the moving average shows very clearly it's still going towards the downside. So for silver, the MLP for today is somewhere near here, which is about 24.91. Okay, 24.91. So traders, you need to be very careful on that. Okay. Silver at the moment now is kind of downtrend at the moment, so you need to just go slow with silver, okay? All right, silver overall, you can see that a lot of charties are calling for buy because we see that it hit the RSI, but don't understand this. All right, the RSI, although it hit common point, but it's lowering. So when it's lowering, when it breaches the high, it comes down. This is something that I share in PTP, very important. When the market is in a downtrend, it's not for buying, it's meant for selling. So that's the reason why yesterday when silver come down, right, I already tell you silver has more downside, and I told you that. So we need it to go for new common points, and after that, for solidify the bottom first, then it'll be a buy. So at the moment now, it's not, okay? At the moment now, it's not yet, okay? Brian, you say BNB 1x1 not trigger. You're talking about what? Brian, which one? Which market are you referring to for BNB 1x1? Is it gold you're talking about? The gold BNB, is it? Silver, oh, silver. Silver BNB. Yeah, not yet, almost there. The high and the lows of silver. Okay, let's do the BNB. Silver. Yeah. Oh, trigger ready. Trigger ready. See that? Yesterday trigger ready. Brian, yesterday trigger ready. This is the BNB for silver, right? Yesterday triggered the BNB. Done already. Yeah, so maybe you miscalculated it. Yeah, yesterday done. BNB trigger. That's why the market rebounded. Cool, right? You missed the latest BNB. Yeah, there's a new one here. You see? That's why the version 5 we'll be having a BNB. Version 5 is going to be very powerful. I tell you that. You're gonna love it. I tell you that. Version 5. That's the reason why we are always improving. We keep on improving and we don't charge you guys. Don't you realize that? We keep on improving, but we don't charge you because we just want you to make money. Only when you are sincerely want to make people richer, right? That is why you give people things and you don't really charge them. I only charge for cost fee. What's cost fee? A lot of my time. I charge for that. But come to upgrade, right? When do we charge you guys? Seriously? Think about it. Okay. Okay, so for silver today, the opening price is between the two pivots, but the KSI is red. The only good part is that KCX has came out already, but that you notice, right, there's no CCRY yet. So do not engage into buying first. It's still not a time to buy yet, okay? KSI is red, no good. So overall, just stay cool with silver. Don't go much, okay, into that. All right, okay, yeah, no worry, Brian, it's okay, no problem. That's the reason why I was thinking, hey, I thought I saw the BNB trigger. Yeah, luckily you reminded me anyway. Okay, thank you. All right, last one will be crude oil. Now this is crude oil, and I told you yesterday crude oil could be moving, right? But unfortunately, it didn't move. Some surprise, right? But because crude oil don't move during FOMC, like we all know that. So FOMC today also won't move much, okay? It won't be moving. So it will be likely Friday or Monday, then maybe we'll see some movement. So it's a doji with neither here or there chart. So which means that the market is still going to wait. So the market is going to, you need to wait further. So that will be the MA30 to watch out for at 7180 level. The MA200 is very far away. The only thing is that it's a BNB, right? So we need to put that BNB in. This is the BNB high. This is the BNB low, okay? So this is the BNB high and low. So the upside could be all the way to $74. Okay, so the upside for crude oil, write down first, just in case people say things. Okay, $74 for upside for crude oil. What's the difference? About $2. The downside will be about 68.30. Okay, all right. Okay, around there. Okay, yeah? So that is the target for crude oil upside and downside. Okay, around there. All right. Okay, so that is what we are seeing right now for the crude oil market. And of course, today's crude. Okay, today's crude. Okay, today's crude got no BNB. Today's crude got no BNB, so above OP will be a buy on crude. All right, which the first KCB is at 72.39. Okay, downside will be the cage support level right here, and that's about $71. Okay, so crude oil is likely to be a flat day today, likely in my personal opinion. Okay, wow, I see Hang Seng recover quite a fair bit, man. Wow, from the low end, look at it. Wow. From the low of 24,950, it went up by almost 300 points from the low. My God, very strong. Even the Dow Jones also recovered a bit. Let's go and Dow Jones again. Even the Dow Jones has recovered a bit. Wow, hit the OP and recovered. Now, nice. See that? That's why I say OP is very, very important. Look at the OP, hit the OP and rebounded. Very nice. How about the NASDAQ? NASDAQ hit the KTR +1, recovered. S&P, neither here or there. Okay, still holding there on. Okay, cool, man. This is beautiful. This is why I say very powerful system. Yeah, it's exhilarating, isn't it? Not easy to do live and texting at the same time, messaging here and there. Kind of cool though. Okay, I'm done. So many things to do. Okay, guys, I've done all my sharing with regards to the charts. I have done my live sharing, so I hope you like my sharing today. Today a bit longer than usual because there's so much thing to share with you. All right, and we did live on Hang Seng too. Okay, guys, I'm going to go into my second part, which is all the news and all the data and stuff like that. Okay, hold on. So many messages coming in. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to go into the fundamental, which today is a lot of fundamental to share with you. Today got a lot of fundamental to share with you. So if you are willing to stay on for the fundamentals, stay tuned. If you think that you've heard enough, you can leave if you want to, okay? But of course, in between the fundamentals, we go recap what happened yesterday. Okay, so let's go now. I've done the charts already. The next one will be today. We have the Apple coming out the data and so forth. Apple, Google, Alphabet, or Google, Alphabet is the same thing. All right, then Amazon, Microsoft, sorry. Okay, so the three of them have came out the data, and then today will be Facebook. Okay, Facebook will coming out the data. Now this one is not the complete one. I mean, I'm sure there are more, but just a general. I'll try to find the one more. What you call a little bit more on the spot on. Huh? Okay. Okay, hold on. Let me just. Okay. So do understand, remember, Susan go live every day. She'll go live with everybody. So just make sure that follow what she say. But do understand this, the market has been choppy the last few days. So it's very normal to have losses. If you can't take losses, then you don't get involved in the market first until the market starts to trend, okay? Now, of course, PTP on the 14, 15, and 16, okay, it will be a physical class, which means that I will personally share with you how to trade all the markets physically. So if you want to join us, please contact Susan, okay? So you can see people are already coming in, joining us, all right? Okay, all these are showing that people have joined us. So it's not that it was a long time ago, it's just recently, okay? Yeah, okay. Now, of course, do once note again, in 3 days time, we will basically revise our TWB system. All right, yesterday we were supposed to talk about it, but because yesterday is a Super Tuesday, there's so many things at the same time, so we didn't have a chance to do that. Okay, so later in the evening, when time permit, I will actually slip in and talk about the revision of prices and what's the difference between the 1688 price and the 2888 prices. Okay, all right. So last 3 days, don't forget about that. At least we give you ample notice already. So if you want your friends to join us quickly now before the price goes up to 2888, okay? Now, yesterday I saw wrongly. I thought it was a call durable goods cost in a way. So I give you 0.9. Okay, yes, if it's durable good call orders, yes, I expect the market to go down. But in mind, since I got it wrong, I just inform you. So I expected the goods to be lower because I told you the economy is not recovering, and indeed it's actually really happening. And of course, I did tell you that the consumer confidence will be up because that people like it, because the stock market is going up. That's why people like it. And of course, now people are able to take off their mask. It'll be even happier for them. So that's why you can see that the consumer confidence is going up, but the durable call orders is going down. This is a very clear, distinctive point that the economy is one-sided happiness. Okay, it's not really doing well, okay, per se. Now today we will have the crude oil inventory. Okay, so I expect the number to be the same figure around there, so I'm not going to speculate. Now we have the FOMC data that will be 2 a.m. later today. I mean 2 a.m. tomorrow, which is about, basically we're talking about 14 hours from now. All right, then we have the Federal Reserve rate decision. It's going to be status quo. I expected that. Then, of course, Jerome Powell will be talking, but likely he'll be just saying the same thing and over again, transitory. And he'll also be saying that likely because of the pandemic now, they may not do things. Okay, they may say that, and that's why I suspect that this could be a pretty non-event. Okay, then after that, later on, we have all the stuff. We'll talk about this tomorrow. Okay, so the Dow Jones came down first as usual, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Then after that, last 2 hours, same thing again at 2 a.m. Singapore time. They've been bringing up as usual, almost every time like this. Okay, so that's why I say, as long as Jerome Powell is around, there's no reason to be fearful. Oops, sorry, I missed out my PowerPoint here. Hold on. Okay, so S&P 500 falls from a record ahead of the big earnings, snap a 5-day winning streak. We go. Okay, so what we have is, wait a minute, sorry. I think this is not the correct one. I think this is the day before. Okay, never mind, let's skip this already. Okay, so this is the Dow Jones yesterday. The opening price was between the pivot 1 and pivot 2, but because the KSI is green, so you should be buying, right? But unfortunately, yesterday, once the market opened, it didn't have a chance to buy. So remember, the KSI is green and it should be a buying day. If the market cannot go up right to KTR +1, then naturally to come down to KTR -1 is going to be very high. And that's why it was not half surprised to see the market pouring down to KTR -1, as you can see there. Then after that, the market came down, but there was no trigger, I repeat, no trigger until this guy. Can you see this? This is a BNB. BNB followed by a CCRY triggered the KTR -1. So that's why you can buy. This is your entry, this is your stop loss. And of course, the market also nicely given you the profit of 1x1. But if you were aiming at OP, then you will miss this trade. So that's why I tell you 1x1 will be a good idea to take profit. Remember that, okay? It's always a good idea, one time one profit. Very, very important, okay? All right. Then, of course, after that, the market pulls back down, swing around here again. Then it came back down again, recovers. This is again another BNB. And BNB, CCRY, this is where you buy. This is your stop loss. Sorry. This is your entry. This is your stop loss. But the market did not go high enough. And then when it came down, it will stop out. Okay. Now, this trade, when you're buying, you notice something very different from this trade here. This trade here, when you're buying, the KSI later on turned green. So that's why the market continued to move up. But when this one, the market was going upwards, you notice that the market was on the way up. When the market was on the way up, you notice that something is actually not going in correctness. Look at it. The KSI is red. See, the market is going upward, right? But the KSI is red. So this is why TWB system is so different and unique. It doesn't show you the same thing. Look at it. When it's up over here, the KSI is green. But when it's up over here, the KSI is red. So that's why the market basically collapsed very fast. You see? So that is the reason why it is very important to know your terrain very well so that you can actually capitalize on this. But of course, when the market hit the KTR -2, it stays there and then recover, because I told you before, the day chart KSI is green. So when the market comes to KTR -1, -2, or -3, there is a chance the market will actually bottom out. Okay, cool. That is how it happened. Okay, so that is the KTRs. Okay. Now, there's no news today for gold because really everything is about Olympic right now, so there's no significant news. The rest are all TA lines. TAs, not very helpful, I'll be honest with you, so no point. Okay. Okay, so now what we have for this, what we have right now for gold yesterday, the market was very, very choppy. The KSI was green. All right, and it's supposed to be a buy above P2. Let's take a look. So the entire day, the gold was ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. All right, so it was very tough to trade yesterday. But of course, if you follow by rules, this is the BNB. This is the CCRY. It went up by a little bit, not enough to make money. Then it came back down with CCYR below P2 and below OP. If you shorted the gold, no wrong. But if you notice this, as the price is coming downwards, right? Do you notice that the KSI is green? So if you don't want to cut your position, make sure that your stop loss must be in place. For those who want to short, right, then you have to go with a reduced size because the KSI is green. And don't forget again, the day chart is also green. So that's why you have two things here. The intraday chart is green, the day chart also green. So that's why the power of the upside is actually there. Hence, therefore, the market downside is kind of limited. Can you get an idea? Just give me a moment now. Just give me a minute, guys. Hold on. Okay. I must keep on refreshing my chart for a while. Okay, then after that, it ding dong again. So it happened again. CCYR is a BNB here, but you also again notice the KSI is still green in color. Then it still went sideways for a while. Then at this junction here, finally it go down a CCYR. So if you go and short there, nothing wrong, but instantly it go back up again. And this time around, the KSI again turned green. But the difference is this time around it turned green, right? The blue bar's not there anymore. Do you notice that? The blue bar's not there anymore. It's all, and it wasn't here since here at this point. So it's not that it went up, then the blue bar disappeared. It's already disappeared when the market do the CCRY. So if you ask me, right, on hindsight, this will be the best buy because you have the CCRY above OP, you have the KSI all the way green, and there's no blue bars at the bottom. This is why the gold after that found strength and push up all the way. And because the KSI is green in color, to go up to KTR +1, it is very, very possible. And so this is what happened for gold yesterday. So got it? All right, do you understand what I'm trying to say now? I'm not trying to like weasel my way out of it, but you look carefully, right? If the CCRY is there, the KSI is green, and the blue bars are not there, don't you realize that the chance of the market going up is high? Yeah, don't you realize that this is what is happening? That is the reason why you need to have a combination of everything to help you in this market. Okay, clear? Then after that, of course, it couldn't go up higher. It came back down again, and then it started to play around again. If you repeat the same thing again, you have the CCRY coming in, you have the green KSI, no blue bars. This time now, again, it went up. Okay, of course, this time now not enough to take profit, but at least you don't have much losses. So this is the reason why I say that you need to have this combination of this. Of course, the KCX will play a part as a form of a like a guidance to you to tell you that it's about to move. Okay, got the idea? So if everybody got it, please keep the word got it for this one for gold. I tell you this yesterday, it's a very tough day to trade for gold, really very tough, not easy at all. If you don't lose money, you're really very good. If you lose some money, it's kind of expected. Okay, so don't kill yourself over this. Okay, when the market is tough, no one can do better. Okay, really, no one can do better. Right? Did I make money from gold yesterday? Nope, I didn't. I was also being caught here and there with the turning around. Yeah, overall it was a net down for me for gold. Yeah, I make some, but it's not enough. Yeah. Okay. So the thing is this: it takes a lot of courage to tell you that to tell you that it doesn't work means it doesn't work. I mean, this is life. Okay. Sometimes you have very good days at work. Sometimes you have just a very bad day, and this is one of the very bad days. The market hardly move. Look at the gold. If the market goes up or goes down and the system don't catch it at all, then this is a very bad system. But if the system really cannot do anything because the market is flat, some people say that it's very critical. They say that because the market is flat, your system is lousy. I say that if the market is flat, how to be good? So sometimes actually I just want to laugh over it. But if you look carefully for the idealistic trade, we actually don't do that bad because all three trades here itself that one have the best setup, right? Actually all are profitable, or at least two of them. So that's why I say it's just about getting it right. Okay. Okay, so now let's look at the regional market news right now. Regional market news. Okay, let's bring it on. By the way, gold is trading higher. Huh? Gold is actually trading higher right now at 1803, and it's above pivot 1, above OP right now, huh? For gold. Okay. Okay, and if you remember what I tell you, right? Not too sure can I do this. Let me just check my screen. Huh? Okay, wait. I script for you lah. Okay, everybody look at gold. Now this is what I just say, right? Why I will look at the gold for today. First of all, look at it. This is the CCRY with a BNB. Remember, touch OP, yes. KSI green, yes. And it's a KSI jump, by the way. It's a KSI jump and no blue bars. You see that? Beautiful. So I believe that gold will go to here later on. 1805 will be the target for today. For now, 1805. Okay. Can 1805? Everybody clear? Oops. Okay. My mic almost fell off. 1805. Okay. Just give me a minute. On 05.18 actually, to be precise. Okay. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, so let's go back to the news right now. What we have on news right now, we have the same thing. Japan, this is on Japan Times. See, I basically go around for you guys to get the best data, the best news for you guys. So Japan news, all right, Tokyo have just reported 2,848 new cases. So why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised at all? Because we all know that a lot of people now is congregating at Tokyo, in Tokyo right now, doing for the Olympic, and everybody cheering and stuff like that. And of course, after they finish the games, they also walk around, right? So obviously, why am I not surprised? Okay, then you can see that that is the official number, the highest ever daily count, and that's why people are getting very unhappy. Even though Prime Minister Yoshida is telling people that to stay at home, but who gonna stay at home? I tell you that. So apparently now this Delta variant, do understand, it's actually hitting people that's about 30s, okay? That's very, very scary. And also people who are 40 and 50 need hospitalization already. So this is not actually a very good sign, okay? And of course, the people now are getting very upset with the Prime Minister, but of course we understand that he needs this to continue. So there's a lot of unhappiness right now in Japan. But it's not only Japan. In fact, Indonesia yesterday logged in 2,069 deaths in a daily record. This is something interesting. I tell you that Indonesia maybe is a bit backward, so they may not have the facility. But you notice that only Indonesia side itself, the death is actually increasing. But in America itself, right, the death actually is reducing. A very interesting phenomenon here. Okay, and then what happened? Of course, England is going to reopen its border to tourists. That is reopened. And of course, in this USA, the number of COVID cases again have increased, not unexpected. So while the country that opened already have increased of cases, the country that's about to open, what do you expect to happen? Okay, I mean, this is really incredible. They are able to see everybody's having problem, but they don't really care. Now, India has reported another 29,000, but interestingly, that's the lowest daily count for the 4 months. So it looks good, right? But China reported 71 cases. This is something very, very out of nowhere. China have been very quiet and always like 2-3 cases. Suddenly in the eastern side of Nanjing, 71. That's a very big number. This is something very, very, very incredible. Don't expect that. And of course, we talk about New South Wales, Australia also have 172 cases, the biggest rise in the locally acquired cases for the year. So you can see that it's still spreading around, and people is still don't really bother. So it's just like, I'm going to tell you this, people are going to buy this, okay, this is another flu, we get a flu, so while getting a flu, what's the problem? That's how we don't die, stuff like that. So I'm telling you this, the whole big one will come next month and the next month, which is the August month and September month. The whole blow up will be then. It won't be now. That's all. Okay, you just have to mark my word. It's going to happen anyway. Okay, so sorry, the PowerPoint slides again got some problem. Okay. So let us, this one is about the China stock site. Okay, let me just, okay. Chinese stocks have sold down recently, right? So there are people who want to share about their views on the Chinese stock. So let me bring it in to you right now. Okay, so the sentiment is still bearish according to some traders, and they say that regulators are still held back and stuff like that. So let me bring this video and see what have the trader got to say.
Regulatory concerns cloud the outlook for some of the largest U.S. listed names. Alibaba shares hitting lows not seen since March of 2020 on Tuesday. That stock, along with Baidu, JD.com, Pinduoduo, have collectively lost over $500 million in market cap since their peak in February. With Asian markets feeling the pressure, American investors go next. We'll talk about that now, and we'll take back in Nancy Tengler of Rockford Tengler Investments. Nancy, let's just focus on China's tech for a second, because if you're a regulator in China, you're likely buying the midnight oil. The level of activity we've seen from regulators there, some of that unprecedented. What does kind of explain this stuff?
Yeah, I think any investor who invested in DD's IPO is a little bit disappointed since the stock's been cut in half. And so I think sentiment is going to remain bearish as long as Beijing wields this heavy hand. The way that I would be looking is you have to be exposed to the space, recognizing that the Yuan is weakening. This may draw some money back in, but I think that's short term. So I think you want to be focused on the areas where the regulators have other parts of the world.
Okay, so you can see that they are saying that with regards of the China market, and of course there are still a lot of concern with the market right now. But earlier you saw that guy, right? When this guy was showing this, let me just get it done. Okay. When this guy was showing this moving average, you notice that this is the moving average that people use. That is a simple moving average. So let me just show you live right now how we do it. Okay. Okay, I think should be able to do that. I just need to check on the screen on my side to see whether are we on the same page. Okay, can't hear clearly. Okay, understand. I'll put up the video up again later on. Okay. Okay. So this is the moving average that we are using, the 200-day moving average. Can you see that? This is the moving average that we are using, the 200-day linear weighted. Okay. All right. This is the one that we are using. So if I were to use the one that they use, which is insert indicators, moving average. Okay, if I use the one that they use, 200, simple, I use a different color to show you guys. Let's say I use red. I could it make it thicker a little bit. So be simple, close, 200. Okay, watch that. Okay, can you see that? This is the one that the simple one that they're using. Okay, now if I change it to another, not simple, but maybe exponential. Can you see that? The thing shifting, yeah? But of course, I believe that chart could be a weekly chart, yeah? I get it correctly. Let me see whether what chart it was using, but I might just show it to you first. You can see the difference there. If I shift it down again to something else, like it's proven, you can see that? It gets further and further away. And if I use the one I'm using, that's the one we use again. All right, so you can understand, right? So if I change this to simple, I suspect that's the one that they have is using the weekly chart. Yeah, somewhere like this. Can you see that now? Okay, maybe not. They use this one. Maybe exponential, maybe. Yeah, getting nearer. Can you see that? Okay, I'm just toying with you. Let you take a look over the whole thing, how they use. Okay, this is not the one. So maybe not. Okay. Anyway, I'm just toying with it, so I'm not too sure which one they use. But of course, they could be using not the chart like this one also. So probably not reach a cash market. But nonetheless, I'm trying to explain to you is very important is that the reason why we use this one, because you can see it gave us way ample notice before the sell-off come in. Okay, we give ample notice. That's the reason why we want to use this. Okay, cool, huh? Okay. Okay. My chart. Okay, move it away. Okay. All right. So of course, we have the earnings from the Google or Alphabet. Basically, the advertising revenue jumped by 69%. It's very high. That was good. Microsoft posts super big earning. It beats all the analyst report, but the market revenue, the window revenue actually dropped by 3%. So the problem is this, okay? Do you notice that, right? The market itself, for all these big bosses, these big guns, they're up for 5 quarters already. Yeah, that means they are up by 5 full quarters. Yes, 5 full quarters. And they're up with such a great, incredible amount of earnings. So I'm just wondering upfront where the earnings came from. I mean, people buying, really? Is there people buying a lot of handphones recently? I just couldn't figure it out, honestly. So that's why I just say that. I'll leave it there. So of course, Apple also came out. Apple also did very well. They demolished, in other words, demolished earnings expectation, but the stock price fell. So you can see that the Apple shares actually trade lower. In fact, So after the market, so that's why it's got a question mark here, what's happening here. But of course, Alphabet, Microsoft all did well, especially Alphabet, well, up by 3% after the data is out. So that is the question here itself, right? Where did the money come from? So it's likely it's on the Europe side. Because Asia side itself, everybody is now using their own local product, right? So I'm kind of curious over here. All right, so of course, today the Federal Reserve, the most important thing is that Federal Reserve now, they'll be looking at what is to do next, because Federal Reserve now is today they'll be meeting, and it could sound more worried about the virus which happening around the whole world and less ready to tighten policy. And I totally agree with this statement. It means that they will not really want to tighten policy, because now the next problem is no more inflation. It's actually talking about the COVID-19 virus. Okay, so let's take a look right here and see what it has to say. If it's not too clear, turn down the volume a little bit. I apologize for that. I'll put up the videos later again.
Good morning. New results from the CNBC Fed survey showing that the respondents see higher inflation coming, peaking out above 5%, but they do not believe the Fed is going to do much about any of it. The outlook for Fed action among the 34 respondents is fairly unchanged. The taper will be announced in November, with a taper beginning in January. The average amount expected from the respondents, $18 billion. Very modest, over several months of rounded down, at least 6. And the first rate hike coming in October 2022. The average respondent sees the Fed funds rate ending next year at just 0.41%. That's little change from January. Meanwhile, the outlook for inflation, as we'll see in a second, it has changed drastically. The 2% inflation call in January, now above 3% for this year, 2.4% average in January for 2022, now above 3%. It is seen peaking in November above 5%. But about two-thirds of respondents do believe it will prove to be temporary, along with the Federal Reserve on that. That said, respondents think that the Fed is making a mistake in not reacting to higher inflation. Just 10% want the Fed to react by raising rates now, but 58% wanted to start tapering right now in response to higher inflation. Peter Whitford, among them, he's chief investment officer at Bleakley Advisory Group. He says they should immediately begin tapering as QE has over-medicated the patient, and negative side effects are being seen, particularly in housing. But Kathy Bastianczyk, chief U.S. financial market economist for Oxford, writes, the rapid spread of the Delta variant underscores the downside risk of a still uncertain health situation. However, we think the bond market is too pessimistic. The economy is still mid-cycle and has room to run. Growth forecasts will remain relatively strong, and the Delta variant is not seen delaying the economic rebound, but will delay, according to respondents, the return of workers to office.
So then if the Delta variant is not expected to delay the economic rebound, does it actually give cover to the Fed for Fed steady at these rates as it tries to bring more people back into the labor force?
There's some commentary on that exactly what we got, but the Fed will use the Delta variant as their way. This is what we were talking about. We weren't sure out of the woods. That's why we didn't open our course and stay the course, because we want to see how all of this works out. So some people think it's the right thing to do. Some people say, hey, it's just the Fed using it to cover the people policy in place.
Okay, so guys, this is what they have to say regarding about this, okay, about what's happening. Okay, so you can see some people, they believe that the 60% of the correspondence says that it's all temporarily, and they're also saying that they should actually wait for a while. The variant is still ongoing, but some people, so of course, they want the tapering to be done ASAP so that the market can come back down. The point is this: the market is really now at a very, very high level. It becomes very insane to buy at this current price. You understand my point? So that's the reason why the market wants taper, so that the price can come back down again and people can buy. So that is the real reason why there is a good reason why people want the taper to be there. All right, so on the news side, some more, we have Binance CEO, this guy, Chow. He is willing to step down, okay, from the Binance, because we know that he's been quite a little bit of big mouth, okay, he talks a lot. And because of that, that causes a bit of problem, and it's something similar like what happened to Jack Ma recently. So he says that they're looking at set up regional headquarters, but they don't have one. So he'll try to do that, but of course, until he finds someone can do a better job. So he'll still be ongoing. but he don't mind stepping down. Okay, so that also caused Binance to have a bit of push-up factor on the crypto market space. Okay. All right, so there are reasons to stay bullish. So therefore, I'm going to explain to you why the market is going to stay bullish for time being. Let's go through it. First of all, Jim Cramer advises investors to stay on course after Tuesday decline. He said that there's a lot of trash that's thrown away today, and tonight might be a time to buy out the treasures when we meet the herd immunity. So he's very confident that the COVID-19 thingy will be settled once it's ready, and of course, all the trash is being thrown out. So therefore, all the jams that's really. So that's why he says that it's time to work on it. Okay, so Jim Cramer, and he says that right after 2 relentlessly positive weeks of earning, we have adjusted. So it shows that he says that the earnings, we know that what is good, what is not good. Those bad ones just throw it out. Okay, so that is whereby he felt that things are gonna move. But he said that recession stock like utilities, drug, and food plays began to rally. But the one Tom Lee was not very comfortable with this. So it's a different view between he and Tom. All right. So of course we saw the NASDAQ Golden Dragon China Index. Okay. All right. So it went all the way up, and then from the highest point right now, this market has came off by 50%. Wow, 50%, right? You see, here's 10,000 mark, right? This is 20,000 mark. So of course it came down by 50%. So that's the reason why today I said that Chinese market likely will recover because of technical rebound. But if you ask me in long term, will this actually substantiate, right? I will tell you that not really. And if you look at this point, if you connect these dots here as well, right, we should see more downside. So if you ask me if there's going to be a level to buy, maybe when it goes down to maybe this point here and maybe 9,500, maybe that will be the best. Okay, that is China, the NASDAQ Golden Dragon China Index. Okay, that's the name for it. So it's about 9,600 to 9,800. Yeah, maybe if we go near there, then this will complete the route, and then after that we should see the recovery. Okay, something like that. All right, so that is my view. At least we can see today will recover first. A 50% drop is quite drastic. Okay, it's quite really drastic. Then of course we can see that we saw yesterday the market came down first for China. Okay, China ADR was down. Then it tried to recover a little bit. Then after that, the mask mandate came in. The market after that recovered again. Then after that, market sell down on earnings and fear and Federal Reserve. But when the funds comes in, the funds, they say that they are getting out on China. Bang, it went down again. Okay, so you can see that there's so many ways of selling, but end of the day, the market just had the strength to go up because everything is about pumping cash into the system. So they're pumping so much cash into the system, it just cannot bring the market down. That's why we are having this ridiculous recovery every time. That's why for the last 6-7 days, my friend tell me this, Kel, every day I short the market, I make some money, and after I give back all. Every day, this group of people are telling me the same thing. I say that why don't you just make some money on the short, then buy back, put a hedge position, and let it go up again at a high, sell down again. That will be easier, right? Isn't that true? Okay, so that is the reason what happened. And of course, Uncle Sam is always around. Okay, look at it. That's a joke. Okay, that is like Jerome Powell sitting on his computer. Okay, whenever you see the market is down, he will just go in and type something, and then the market go up. It's meant to be a joke, but it's just like to give an example to show that because someone is watching it very, very closely. Okay, it's meant to be a joke. All right, so we're going to come to the final part. It's the alternate market views. All right, guys. I know today MA was very long, but we have done so many great stuff here. Let's go. Okay. Okay, so the thing is this, what we see right now is a VIX indicator. Now the VIX rose above 19. It was at 17 yesterday. It's 19 right now. But you look at this, this is a VIX. This is the VIX FXI index. Okay, I have no time to do this, but I kind of believe that this is the it's a Chinese chaos spread to FX volume. Okay, in short, normally when the market move up this way, right, it's not a good sign because the VIX indicator and this move in tandem. So usually, like example, during the pandemic last year, you can see the thing go crazy, right? But this time around, right, you notice that the FX volume went up, but not the VIX yet. So that means there's still a lot of room for the VIX to chase after, meaning there could be more trouble ahead if we look at this as a guidance, okay? So traders, you need to look at that. Moment, guys, someone at the door. Just hold on a minute. Okay, all right. Sorry about that. Yes, something to pass to me. Okay, so let's continue. Now, this is the problem here that I want to share with you. Okay, why is that a problem? Because you see, this is the Bloomberg Dollar Index. So we have the yields coming down yesterday. So the dollar should goes up, but yet the dollar goes down. Okay, the dollar goes down. That's one thing, but you notice that the yuan also go down. So yuan and the dollar is supposed to be, they're supposed to be like one go up, one go down, right? So we also have this problem. So yesterday the yuan go down, the dollar goes down, the yields goes down, the gold also go down. So everything went off yesterday. Everything go down. So the problem is this: where the money went? Why are we getting out? So that is a problem that I'm telling you this. From where I'm sitting right now, I can tell you that we're going to have a serious trouble moving forward. I'm not kidding you guys. I know I've been saying this, like, I'm not trying to scare you off, but I'm just telling you this. This is going to be very scary because when the market doesn't make sense, it's going to be very crazy. Now, yesterday, someone texted me and said, Kel, can you put something that I can understand this? Why is the real yield going up? It's going down, right? Okay, let me explain this to you, everybody. Take a look. This is the real yield, the one that you're seeing. What they did is that they inverted the yield so that you can see comparing. Because if you put this real yield together with gold, right, you become very far away. If you do Excel spreadsheet, you understand this. So what they try and do is that they purposely inverted it so that it will be able to show you the comparison pattern between them. Okay, so now you understand already, right? So you can see that normally when the gold price goes up, right, the real yield will go down. Okay, so this is what happened. You see that when the gold goes down, the real yield inverted goes down. You understand my point? Yeah. But the problem is this. Now you can see that the real yield recently is going down. Okay, going down. It's supposed to going down. All right. The gold price is not following, and in fact, it got crazier. So yesterday, when the real yield goes down by so much, right? Okay, but the gold also came off. You see, it doesn't make sense because normally is this one, the red one goes up, the gold also goes up, right? So that means something is very wrong with the entire system. Something is definitely very wrong, and things can go really, really nuts. Okay, so traders, you need to be very, very careful on this. This can be really very scary. Okay, all right. And of course, now look at this. This is from Bloomberg. Okay, you can see that for the last 50 years, right? Our earnings, the real earnings plus dividend yields, is at the worst level ever. The yields on stocks are not keeping up with inflation. In fact, inflation is at least 2%, but the earnings is less than 1%. This is scary because the last time we see something like this, you see this, my friends. Look at this. The last time we see something like this, okay, was the market was on the way up. So when the earnings are not able to do that, what happened? There will be a point the market will break. There'll be a point the market will not able to do it. And then what happened? The market will collapse. Can you see that? Okay, got the idea now? Okay, got. So you can look at it. It happened again. It happened again. So back then again, when this thing happened, can you see this? Can you see this? So you can see that anytime when the numbers are bad, okay, you can see that the market will know how to take profit. But the problem is this time round, the market really is not moving in accordance. Can you see that? It's not moving in accordance. Something is really very bad, and this could be a serious movement if history as a way to repeat tell you. Okay, so I'm not saying to frighten you, but I'm just telling you that you can see for yourself. Okay, this is from Bloomberg, by the way. Okay, this is something you can lie about it, and you don't see the mainstream media, right? Yeah, and of course, look at this. I told you about the market breadth. I told you that when the market breadth means the high and the low of the counters, right? Look at the market breadth. It was going down. It was going down, and I told you 3 days ago the NASDAQ will likely be falling, and of course, finally yesterday it dropped. But all these are telling you that the market breadth is not good. So even though the thing is, it came down yesterday, there is a neckline that is around here. So the market must hold strongly above 14,200. Okay, it must hold strongly at 14,200. Or we can say that the NASDAQ may have to go down to 14,200, and now it's at 14,900. We've got 700 points here to go. So 700 points will bring down the Hang Seng below 25,000 rather easily. So that's why I suspect that there should be a pullback of a magnitude. Remember, just now I told you about the NASDAQ, right? I told you my view on NASDAQ, remember? I told you my NASDAQ view. I said that the NASDAQ can come down. If you break the MA30, right, you come down all the way to 14,390. So it's somewhere near what I just said earlier with the Northern Trader chart. So a pullback of such a magnitude should bring down the market quite badly, because the market is all banking on the top 5 earnings, and the earnings have came out already, right? The market is not reacting. When the earnings have came out and the market is not reacting, once there's any form of profit taking, the market will sell. So that's the reason why I say that trading, you have to be very, very careful. All right, guys. So please think about this. Think about this. Don't waste the time. Right? Try to come back to the market, trade the market. Things will get very, very exciting over the next 2 months. All right. So I wish you all the best, and thank you for staying on with me until now. I wish you all the best. This is Cal signing off. Yes, indeed, gold price is now trading higher, right? At 1806. Congratulations, everybody. Well done, everybody. Congratulations. Okay, see, that's why I tell you guys, you have to trust the right people who can assist you. You can see that this is the gold price right now. Whoa, goes up already. Excellent, my friends. Excellent. Well done. This is how you make money from gold. Well done. Solid, guys. Okay, guys. Well done. See you guys. Bye-bye.